Good morning, family. How are you? I absolutely miss you guys. If you guys cannot tell, I am motherfucking drained. Girl, I am tired. When I say I am tired, I am so freaking tired. Like, my mind has been going 1,000 miles per minute. Like, yesterday, I wanted to share this with you guys first of all because it's just on my heart. Yesterday, I took Makayla to her therapy session. As you guys know, yes, I encourage therapy for all. So everyone has their own therapist that they go to besides me because I haven't found anyone that I'm comfortable enough. Like, I've seen 2 therapists and everyone's just really like, yeah, like I'm just not feeling it. And then the second person I seen, she was pushing meds. Like, are you depressed? You want meds? No, I'm not. Are you anxious? You need meds? Like, I don't want anybody's medicine. I'm fine, girl. I pop an Advil and think I'm off of Molly, bitch. I'm good. I'm high off life. Leave me alone. By the way, hair look crazy under here, so hence why I have on this hat. But I took Kayla to her therapy, and one of the other therapists was like about to get off, but she was chilling, like, you know, just chilling around. She was like, hey, we're both here. So we just started chit-chatting. And I discovered something about me that I never knew. Like, my whole entire life, I never knew this. Like, never. I don't know if I ever disclosed this to you guys, but when I got to middle school, I was in special education. So I was in special ed, and I didn't go to like a special ed class. I was in a special education school, like a whole school for people, you know, with different mental disabilities. When I was about in, I want to say 7th grade, I was diagnosed with something called school phobia. So basically they were saying like I have a phobia of a school setting. I can't be like in large crowds and big classrooms. I have anxiety when I'm in the hallway, switching from class to class. Like, it was a lot for me. It was very overwhelming. So I was then homeschooled. So a teacher would come to my house and I was homeschooled. And then the law changed where you couldn't get home instruction if you wasn't physically disabled. Like, you had to have like a broken leg, a broken arm, something had to be wrong with you physically. So when that law passed, I had to go to school. So that's why I got enrolled in a special education school. And it was all the way in Yonkers. I actually went to Greenberg Academy in Yonkers. And it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. Because I was in a small classroom setting. I believe there was no more than 9 kids in the class. It was 2 teachers in the class. I got the one-to-one attention that I needed. So when I went to school, the special education school, they told me I was diagnosed. I was emotionally disturbed. No one explained to me what that was my whole life. My mother used to say, girl, you crazy. And I used to be like, I'm not crazy. So when I went to get into the police academy, I was so mad at my mother because it was so hard for me to get through the psych part because my mother let them put that I was emotionally disturbed on this paper. And from what I thought, being emotionally disturbed meant you're crazy, because that's what my mother always told me. We can't do what we don't know. We don't know what we haven't been taught. So my whole life, I've been fighting to show people like I'm not crazy. Like, I'm a great person. I'm very sane, because I thought that the world was saying you're crazy because I had a piece of paper that said Jasmine Graves is emotionally disturbed. And my mother said, that means you're crazy. So you're crazy. And I kept saying, I'm not crazy. So my whole life, I've been trying to prove to people, I'm not crazy. I'm perfectly sane. Come to find out, emotionally disturbed has nothing to do with being crazy. It has nothing to do with that. So my whole life, I've been fighting to say, I'm sane. There's nothing wrong with me. That's the wrong battle I was fighting. I'm not crazy. I'm perfectly sane. But I never got to work through the emotional disturbance part. So it's kind of like, I was thinking that, am I still emotionally disturbed? Because I never got to work through that, because my whole life I had the wrong diagnosis. And we y'all might be sitting here looking at this camera funny, and you're not gonna like what I'm gonna tell you. We all have mental health issues. You gonna be like, no, not me, bitch. I'm all right. Look at me. Clearly, I'm okay by standards. But we all have something that is wrong with us. Maybe you too good to admit it. We all have mental health issues. Whether it's extreme or not extreme, we all have these issues. So just like we all have like some type of generational trauma, and it could be minute as fuck, but it's there. And if we acknowledge it, we can work on it and become a better person. So I felt like I needed to work on a new me, because all this time I've been fighting for the wrong things. So I received this about the real diagnosis of emotional disturbance, and I was reading it, and although I may not fit every criteria, it makes sense. And these are the things I need to work on. And I know a lot of people like, girl, that was years ago, you're an adult now. We carry so much childhood trauma, and if we don't acknowledge it and we don't work on it, and no one says, hey, it may be me, how can we become better people? I mean, it's cool to be dealing with somebody that's fucked up, and it's probably them most of the time. But for you to be accepting it and putting up with it, guess what? It's you too. If you're dealing with someone that's lying and cheating on you, no, you're not the liar. No, you're not the cheater. But what about you is making you put up with that? Baby, throw love out the window. It's mental health. If you're crying over the same husband that you're married to, that's doing the same things, and he's shown you numerous times he's not going to change, no, you're not doing those things, but you're tolerating it. What makes you want to put up with that? Mental health. So we all have some form of mental health issues, and I'm just trying to make you better understand, because I know you're sitting behind the camera saying that you're perfectly fine. Now, sis, all these things I'm telling you because I want to be the best me that I can be. I want to be the best version of myself, not for nobody, not even for my children, for me. Because you have to do it for you sometimes. You're the best mother you can be, aren't you? And that's for your children. You're the best wife you can be, right? And that's for your husband. You're the best daughter you can be, and that's for your mother. What are you going to do for you? Let's try to be the best version of us for us. Like, I need to be mentally okay. I need to stand firm so I can be a great mom, because if you ain't okay, how can everyone else be okay? So if you guys want to join the journey with me, let me ask y'all to do something. Leave a heart in the comment section down below. That way you don't feel like you putting your personal business out there. The reason of this heart is so I can know that I'm not alone. Now, whether you want to work on a better mental health, physical health, whether you want to just work on you in any type of way, I want you to first sit here after this video, pull out your notes in your phone if you don't have a pen and paper. Matter of fact, do it in your phone so you don't leave the paper sitting around. Write one thing mentally about yourself you want to change, whether that be the way your attitude is, or the way you allow other people to treat you. Like anything mentally that you want to work on. Then write physically, whether it's lose weight, gain weight, do a different hairstyle, dress a different way. Whatever it is physically about your appearance that you want to work on, write it down. And I'm going to do the same, and we're going to work on those two things. Only one thing. Don't write 3 and 4 things, because then it's too much pressure on you. We don't need that pressure. We get stressed enough. So write one thing mentally, one thing physically. Once you've done that, we're going to work on those things. And I'm going to come on this camera. I'm going to talk to you. I could go live now, sis. So we're going to work on it. We're going to talk about it. And the first step is admission. So if I just said all that and you sitting there like, oh, I'm sorry, nothing's wrong with me mentally, ain't nothing wrong with me physically, yeah, it's a problem. Because we all have something wrong with us, girl. Sorry to tell you. But family, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm ready for this mental cleanse. Y'all know I be doing my thing. Y'all see me on Instagram in the grass, breathing fresh air, doing yoga, meditating, bitch. I am like... Y'all don't even understand. Your vagina even gonna start smelling better when you let go of all those toxic energy. Your vagina I made that up. Anyway, that was some shit I just made up. What I'm about to do is go get the kids, and then I'm gonna cook dinner. I'm a little brokiana right now. So I'm gonna make a whole meal out of like $12. I'm gonna go get some chicken, I'm gonna go get some broccoli, I'm gonna go get some mashed potatoes, and that's what I'm gonna make, okay, honey? So let's cook dinner, because y'all, it ain't nothing extravagant, but y'all always say, Jasmine, cook. So now y'all gonna watch me cook, sis. So excuse my background because I'm a mother. So I bought some really cheap chicken. You know, really cheap chicken is chicken quarter legs, and they are huge. They look like dinosaur legs. I don't care what you say. I'm going to clean my chicken. I don't care what happens in life. I'm going to put some vinegar. I'm going to put some lemon. I'm going to clean my chicken. These chickens come with a lot of fat, so you really got to clean it. I know it sounds really gross, but it's like the cheapest chicken, and you could do some amazing things. These was just super huge. Like, oh my God, they definitely killed the dinosaur for this. But I cleaned the chicken, and after that, I'm going to season up the chicken with all of my, regular seasons. I'm not going to fry this chicken. You would have to actually break this chicken down into a few pieces to fry it. But I am going to cut it in half, and I am going to season up the chicken, and I'm going to bake it. I'm going to make some barbecue chicken. My chicken is nice and clean, honey. And I'm going to put all my seasonings. And then after I season this, what I am going to do is poke holes in it. Because this chicken is so big, you just want to poke some holes in it to make sure it like cooks thoroughly. Because Mother Goose gave us these chicken wings, and they are huge. And then, put that in the oven on like 400 for a few hours. 2 or 3 hours is fine. And let's see how it comes out.
Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. I wanna welcome you in my life. Come over to my channel and subscribe. All we do is have a good time. All we do is spread those good vibes, yeah. Jazzy and family.
Now we're going to make some mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, of course, because if you're still making them out of the pack or out of the box, it's just not for me, okay? I just like mine's homemade. I'm going to cut these up into squares. Like I told you, I literally spent like $12 on dinner. We're going to cut these up into squares. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use to make them. We're going to boil our water, put our potatoes in the water, and I'm going to show you how we get it done.
Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. I wanna welcome you in my life. Come over to my channel and subscribe. All we do is have a good time. All we do is spread those good vibes, yeah. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family. Jazzy and family.
Now I'm just going to make some broccoli. I like to put the Sazon vegetable seasoning. And as you can see, my chicken is nice and done. I put some barbecue sauce on it. I like crispy on the outside and nice and juicy on the inside. And this is dinner. Cheap, quick, and easy. Family, I'll see you guys next time.